There we go. Oh my gosh, this is
All right, guys, what's going on? We're at ICAST. We're back at you with another episode of the Think Outside Fishing Podcast. We have a great group of, I don't know if I can call them friends, but acquaintances. What do you consider yourself? Like,
Are we not friends?
That's the most disrespectful.
I mean, I'm like,
Listen, I was gonna say friends, no hesitation.
I'm gonna go with acquaintances.
Okay, buddy.
What does
Listen,
that mean,
okay,
Charlie?
us four, I would say
We're friends.
We're friends.
We're not friends
So
with
then,
you.
what does that make me?
We're not friends with you, Joey. You're our acquaintance.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
kind of a, I don't know, disaster. So we're going to be talking about our favorite products from ICAST from the GSM brand. We have over 15. Our mics are going to be, I mean, this one right here is the Big Giz. This is awesome. And then that's the
8-inch
8-inch
bull
trick
shad.
shad. We're going to pass them around and pretty much talk. So Jack has had a part. Would you say you have had a part in every single one of these products pretty much?
Pretty much, not Northland, but just about everything else.
Yeah, we only have one Northland guy here, so they don't really matter as much. But just kidding. Jack, oh no, we dropped the mic.
The mic's gone.
Technical difficulties, guys. Joey has dropped one of the mics.
This is
All right, I'm gonna clip it back on. Are we good?
this is.
Sorry, guys. Joey's an idiot.
Hey guys, this is Jack Dice from GSM Outdoors. Welcome to the Think Outside Podcast. You already know that because Joey already said it. But yeah, we got a lot of new products. There's a couple that I'm excited about, as in all of them, but some cool ones. First one, if you want exciting, this is one that was like, it's actually what our boss Crispin came to me. He's like, dude, I've got this bait, and if you want to catch fish on a topwater that you have not caught them on a topwater before, you've got to check it out. And I was like, okay. And it is what it looks like. It's a plopper spinner bait. This is the bubbler blade. So now the advantage of it is just like a spinner bait, that wire form being over the hook. Like you can wind this through willow grass, over dock cables, and you still get that crazy plop, 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 plop. I think the first one I actually landed on it the other day was like a 4-pounder, and it just crushed it. So like if you're looking for a fun one, like as far as like new products to get excited about, you got to go topwater. So
No doubt.
so that's my start. That's how I'll start off the round table of new products. But Drew's making things difficult.
Yeah, Drew's making weird comments at us. Okay.
Go get it.
Yeah, go get it.
All right.
Drew is gonna make a little bit
If
of a
we're gonna
fix.
talk about fun, let's have some fun.
Okay.
Oh, Drew, he was gonna talk about his signature bait, but then he was like, it's not as fun as what we were coming out with.
That's true.
Like a man.
If we're going to talk about fun, what I have the most fun doing is with this big guy right here. This is the Yamamoto hinge minnow. This is the 7-inch version. And, the longer in inches it gets, the bigger bass you catch. So that's why I love this thing. Finally got a big, huge, giant minnow, and I love throwing a minnow. So super pumped about this thing. Jake really hit it out of the park, and super pumped.
You want to explain why you like that minnow?
Yeah, there's no other minnow on the market that has, the hinge on the top of the bait that oscillates it better than anything. Even if you're on a straight retrieve, just like not even twitching your rod, it'll roll just reeling because of the way it's shaped with the keel on top, and then the hinge really just gives it that darting action when you speed up your reel retrieve. And it looks like a bait fish fleeing just like that. Like you pull the rod or just reel it fast, and it has a good, awesome S motion. So I really think it's going to be a huge hit to all the minnow throwers out there.
It's a good you can slow it down and sway, and that's what those ridges on the sides do too, is it slows it down as it goes back and forth. You get that consistent, pushes water each time it turns over. So
This is also kind of like a sneaky scrounger bait here. I threw it. Oh my god.
this might have been the dumbest idea.
It's a sneaky scrounger bait just because of this hinge on the back. It makes unbelievable action. When I was out fishing with Becker, we put it on. We're like, dang, it's a good minnow bait. It's a good scrounger bait. It's all around just a good bait.
I'm pumped up about this one.
You want to take it away, Drew?
Absolutely. So, while we're talking about fun and minnows and things that are cool, we've got 2 with Big Bite that we're rolling out this year. So we've got the brand new Big Bite Bait Spotlight minnow right there. It's our compact speed minnow, as I like to call it. And we got the new Rollerama. So we got 2 new awesome options there. But the thing I love about this Spotlight minnow is it's a very thin-walled, as you can see, it's tall but narrow. It's got a hollow core. And on this tail right here, you can see how it's both ribbed right above it. And if I can get this thing to dangle down straight, that tail sits wider than the body. So what this is going to do is, because of that tall body that's very thin and it's got that hollow core, that bait, when you shake it slow, it's still going to flip, roll, flash, just like your traditional, shake and roll minnow fishing. But because of that rib tail and that wide ramped tail that's wider than the bait, it's going to want to lift the tail of that bait, keep it flat. But the big thing that this thing does is, no matter how fast you want to fish it, no matter how hard you want to shake it, it's still going to move. And that's one thing that can't be said about most compact minnows, most small minnows. The issue has always been generating action at high speeds because that bait wants to pull straight. This one, the faster you want it, the harder you shake it, the more it's going to move. So this is going to be a great suspended bass minnow, a great clean water minnow, a great smallmouth spotted bass minnow, and a great bait chasing like wintertime minnow. So I'm really excited about this one. It comes in 3 sizes. So we got the 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 4 3/4. That's going to be a fantastic speed minnow. And right here, we've got the inverse. A lot of you, I'm sure, have thrown a minnow enough to know by now. Really, we've got 2 types of minnowing. We got speed minnowing and suspended bass chasing. And we've got largemouth, bottom minnow, target minnowing. You're fishing a group or a contour or a piece of cover, whether that be a lay down, a pile, a rock pile, grass, whatever it may be. And that's your traditional. Essentially, you've got that simpler, bigger profile, this Rollerama. It's one that's got these ramps right here that allow that bait to want to lift and stay flat. But, it's that tall, narrow profile that keeps that bait flipping, rolling, and flashing the way it's supposed to. This is a super consistent profile. This bait, if you get that tempo right, that thing's just going to kick and roll just perfectly, continue to draw attention, continue to draw intrigue, and get a whole bunch of committals. So that's our 2 new minnow profiles from Big Bite Baits that I'm really excited about. I'm sure for a fact I will win. I'm gonna make a wager I win no less than 80 grand on these minnows next year.
That's awesome. Can you explain more or elaborate more on why the speed minnow? Like when do you use a speed minnow?
So, as a lot of you, I'm sure, have noticed or tried, in clean water, one of the biggest things you can do to generate more bites and to generate as much intrigue as possible and curiosity is use speed to your advantage, meaning getting super aggressive with fish and inciting as many of them as possible to get up on your bait and get really quick and hot. And, I felt like we needed a good option for fishing very, very quick because, for me, when I fish for smallmouth, I fish for spotted bass and I fish for groups that are suspended. You can't fish it too fast for them. The only thing is sometimes you can fish it too fast for the action. Those fish want your bait to keep moving, but occasionally, if you're throwing some different profile minnows like this Rollerama here, I mean, if I'm going to fish this one, I'm going to fish it more methodically and smoothly, and this one I'm going to fish a little bit more erratically because this one's actually going to maintain its action even at high speed. You can't overpower it with speed, which I love because when you're fishing for fish that are getting hot, rushing your bait, you want to be able to keep going and keep ramping them up. And if you lose that action as you increase in speed, you're kind of losing part of the intrigue of the minnow. So with this one, that offset tail, that rib tail, the tail is generating action at speed. The body shape is generating action when you're fishing slower and more methodically. And this thing just gets wilder the faster you fish it, which is one thing I love about it because that speed minnow is all about essentially cat and mousing them up to bite. It's not like you aren't letting them just choose when and where they eat it. You are forcing them to keep up with it and get after it, which is what they anticipate a bait fish is going to do. So those that are already in that suspended mode, already in that mode where they're actively searching for something to eat and not just resting, this minnow is going to be a fantastic option for catering to those fish.
That was some pretty good knowledge right there, straight up.
All right. Who's next on the round
I
table?
think I want to point this out. A cool thing about GSM is, we've got a diverse amount of brands, and they're very different. We've got bass brands, mainly bass brands, and then, we've got some walleye brands like Northland, and that's cool that we can talk about, killer minnows that our guys have designed, that we can dive right into Northland Baits, and that's why we got, Charlie here. Give a quick introduction.
Yeah, so I'm Charlie Peterson, social media manager, hand in hand with Joey.
Partner in crime.
Yes, sir. And two things I'm really excited about coming in the walleye market. The scope float. This is aerodynamic, shaped like a golf ball. It's got little dimples on it, making it super aerodynamic, casts accurately and far, paired up with the new tungsten bobber jig. So a lot of guys requested, a jig that sits vertical. Most jigs sit horizontal like that. And when you're fishing a bobber, fish are feeding up. And everyone requested a hook that sits vertical like that. So it's got flat sides on all sides of it. So it shows up really good on forward-facing sonar. So I'm really excited about pairing up the scope float and the tungsten bobber jig together. It's a huge thing in the walleye world, using live scope, putting bobbers, putting jig heads on foreheads.
Putting jigs on. What was the statement there?
Jig heads on foreheads.
I like that one.
That's a shout out to Donnie Obert. He taught me that one. So if you're watching this, jig heads on foreheads.
Jig heads on foreheads.
We
need a shirt. We need a shirt. Jig heads on board.
Jig heads on
That inspires
foreheads.
me to scope, float, and fly.
What do you guys put on the tungsten bobber jig? Is it like a minnow or night crawler? Or
It's
is it-
designed for like a variety of live baits, so it's got a
Okay.
wider gap to it, so you can put bigger size minnows, big sucker minnows on it. A lot of people fish a leech, so that's why we put a wider gap on it, so you can fish any type of live bait. Leech is
Imagine-
definitely the biggest thing.
Imagine like dropping that for bass, putting a big shad on it with a scope float, going around in the middle of winter. Catch them.
Definitely, people are gonna do that.
That would be
People
cheap.
are gonna catch it.
Now that's too far.
That's too far.
We got plenty of customers that will be doing that.
For
Scope,
bass?
float, and shad.
I mean, you're gonna catch. They're fishing for walleyes, but they're gonna catch everything.
Or catch bass too.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, who wants to go next? I guess am I up?
You're up.
This one is kind of, it's not very new, but Morning Dawn, everyone knows, is like all time. It's in every bass fisherman's boat. Summertime, it's good. Wintertime, not so much more. Summertime ledges, Morning Dawn, it's in your boat. You're going to be using it. It's a bait you can throw when the bass are not biting anything. Straight up. What's going on? Oh, just a little bit of movement. Good. I like it. Yeah, it's perfect. So this is Morning Dawn Silver Flake. It just puts a little bit of silver sparkle. I go, what did you really do here, Jack?
I mean, like we took
Like-
morning dawn and we put silver flake in it.
Is it exactly what the name is?
Yes.
Okay, it's pretty simple.
See this? No,
I mean, so
guys,
you can
a
tell
lot
I
of
run the social
development went into
media
this
and
one.
do not do any development at all. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe put my hand behind it here. This is money. I'm very excited about it. It's simple, but you know it's going to catch fish. You want to roll into the next one for RoboWorm? Are we kind of certifying you as Mr. RoboWorm?
This right here, I mean, ox blood.
Okay.
I'll be Mr. Roboworm. I love Roboworms. And this one really caught my eye. Like, oxblood is such a great color.
Yeah.
Clean water. I mean, and Morning Dawn is a great color. So this is the Oxblood Red Dawn. We mixed Oxblood and Morning Dawn together, the Morning Dawn bottom and the Oxblood top. And this is just going to be, I mean, a staple in people's boats now that
Yeah.
this is a combination. I mean, honestly, I don't know how it hadn't been made before, but kudos to y'all for coming up with it because that's juice. Straight up. Show that a little bit closer, Drew.
Hey, Rob, while he's doing that, grab the morning mutilator. Is that it?
Yep.
So, while Drew is doing that great presentation, I'm going to have him do this while I talk. I'll hand you one more. You did a good job there.
Give it a
that
dangle.
package. So, we added 3 more colors to the Morning Dawn lineup, I guess, is kind of how I'm presenting it. Like, I mean, that's a great presentation, Drew. Good job. This one, everyone knows Margarita Mutilator catches fish. Morning Dawn catches fish. It's another combination of them. And this thing is certifiably going to catch bass. Another one I'm really, really excited about. It's being added in the 6-inch, the 6-inch fat, and the 4.5-inch. And these are just some straight up catchers.
They have perhaps been used to catch bass. They have been that I may or may not have caught bass on these colors.
I've only caught a couple bass.
I caught 2 7-pounders the first day I tried them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was the photo I sent you.
No way.
Yeah. So,
Where at?
we ain't giving out that kind of
Dude,
juice.
we got to give him the
It's a secret
juice.
lake.
A little secret juice.
I ain't giving up
That's
the-
what we do on
I'm
the
not
Think
gonna
Outside
follow
podcast.
it.
It's to
I'm
give
not
up juice.
Why are we thinking inside?
This is juice.
Think outside. Oh, but we are inside.
We're not just inside.
Yeah, the
building,
slightest
inside
tweaks
and
will trigger the bigger bites. So took something great and made it even greater.
Yeah.
The Morning Dawn new lineup. So super pumped about that too.
Jig heads on foreheads. My favorite. That's my favorite line of the day. All day. Seriously.
I think we should change the title.
Robos on dodos.
Robos.
All right. Talking about taking something great and adding to it, the Senko, fuzzy Senko. And since we're putting bets on things, I'd probably bet the house that the Senko has probably caught more bass than any other bait. And
Yeah.
now we got
Ever.
the fuzz on it too. So I'll send that over to Jack.
I mean, it is what it sounds like. It's a fuzzy thing.
Fuzzy Senko.
And I'm gonna keep those right hand in hand with my regular Senkos, and just mix it back and forth. If you're put one on that's fuzzy, put one on regular, and see which one you're gonna catch more fish on.
My experience with the fuzzy stuff in general has been particularly all kinds of bass will bite it. It's something, again, it's showing them something new, some new action to it, but spots and smallmouth seem to respond to it even better. And so, like, when we were filming these with all the new products, we were up in St. Clair and getting a lot of underwater footage. And noticeably, the Senko, the fuzzy Senko in particular, you'd put it in front of fish, they'd instantly react to it.
Yeah.
Like, they reacted to it faster than almost anything that we threw. I think the only other bait that they would turn on quite as fast was actually this uni from Yamamoto. And the difference is between, you're going to see a lot of the fuzzy craze is here to stay in bass fishing, but the difference between a bait like this that has the threaded silicone material versus something like this uni where it's actual plastic. This is TPE plastic. It's buoyant. It's super durable. It's the first of its kind for Yamamoto to dive into the TPE. But that's to get something that actually pushes water. That's what that uni is going to do, because it's actual material. There's substance there that every time you hit it, it's going to push water. Versus that skirt material in this, it's really a secondary action. So that primary action of that Senko shimmying and a wacky rig, it's going to bounce. It just gets all of it moving. It's just very lifelike. It's all about just being something that looks alive. The fish, by curiosity, they don't have hands. The only way they can interact with it is to put it in their mouth. So that's what they're doing with both of those.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like think like on the fall versus moving your rod tip.
Mhm.
The differences in that
Yeah.
kind of deal.
I can certify that this fuzzy Senko does catch bass. Literally, my first cast, I was actually bluegill fishing on Chickamauga with Matt, and the bass were not biting that day. So we went bluegill fishing, and we had scope on. You could see a giant coming over the beds, the bluegill bed. So I had one of these. My first cast, I got a 4-pounder on it. So this thing definitely catches fish, and I'm very, very excited about it. Drew, I feel like you should. I mean, we're using this as a mic, but it hasn't been talked about. You want to talk about the 8-inch trick?
Perfect lead in, because that's what I was about to do. So right here, see this? It's our new 8-inch Buka trick shed. When we were sitting around, we were like, we love big swim baits, we love big glide baits, but how can we do it mic swim? Well, guess what? we have the new Buka trick shad, and we asked for it Mike's way. Mike made a big trick shad. So right here, we have an absolute whopper glide bait built to imitate gizzard shad, small tilapia, golden shiners, bluegill, whatever you want. We've got different color patterns, so it's really versatile bait. But this thing has been worked up beautifully. It's got a ton of freedom of movement, especially with a mic on the back of it. And this bait right here is it's just really cool because obviously big baits are something that is a really unique category. It's really addictive. It's something that all of us, once you've tried it, you probably struggle to put it down. I know I do for sure. And this is a bait that's going to get people hooked on big bait fishing. And this is one that's going to have a very consistent action. Obviously, the Buka brand is associated with that big bait category. It is big bait fishing. And so this bait right here is going to be one that's going to be consistent from bait to bait. You're not going to have to buy 3 baits to get 2. If you buy 3 baits, you get 3. These baits are going to be really consistent, really true to form. And if this thing's anything like the 6-inch trick shad, and I'm sure it is, and maybe a little bit, then some, this is going to be an absolute catcher, especially for above average size fish.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go out and intentionally find and target the biggest fish in your lake, a glide bait's a great way to do it. This new 8-inch trick shad it's just so beautiful, and it's going to draw so much intrigue from super huge giant ones.
Touch on it's an easy entry for wide bait fishermen. And it's a big bait that's going to get, but it's easy to use right out of the package, right? Like anyone can pick this up and throw it.
100%. That's
drop
No.
$200
for sure.
And what is the price point on this?
It's $49.99.
So $50.
You're not going to get a consistent, free moving 8-inch bait for $50 ever.
You're getting
Like
a $150, $200 glide bait for $50.
Yeah. And the beauty of this is the consistency of action. Producing these in a plastic form allows them to be really, really consistent from bait to bait, and allows that action to be very, tempo-esque. Meaning, if you get in the rhythm of how to work that bait's going to stay in that. It's not going to divert from it. It's going to stay in that zone. You're going to be able to keep that cadence, and you're going to be able to keep this bait moving very consistently and predictably. Which the magic of that is, if you can make it do what you want to make it do, when you want to make it do it, you can generate more bites. And I think that's one thing that's a huge plus with the 8-inch trick shad in the form that it is in this plastic model. This thing is going to be an absolute killer.
Got that 5 up there too. Nope, going to the right. Yeah, grab that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I had completed my statement.
We came out with that one too. So then, this one I got right here. Which one am I taking?
You got to take it.
Yeah, all right, we're staying on the Buka train here. This is the 5-inch bull shad. If you guys know anything about, the bull shad brand, it was one of their first baits from what I believe. Is that true?
Yeah,
bull
I
shad,
think it's Mike's original.
Yeah, Mike's original was the 5-inch. It's kind of what put his name on the map for just ultimate swimming action. This thing, you can literally tie it on and just reel. And it has perfect swimming action. And this is really what put bull shad on the brand, and now it's available in the Buka brand lineup. I'm gonna get this up. I think it's kind of stuck in there. Here we go. This is not. See, we're still really struggling here. But again, this is another you want to help me out there? We keep talking about it. All-time bait from bull shad, available at Buka brand. What's the price point on this one?
That one's $24.99.
Yeah, and it, from bull shad, it's a little bit more expensive, but this one available.
It's $50 or $60.
Yeah, exactly. And this is just beautiful colors from Jen Kravasi here. Jekyll Bait Company. She makes amazing colors, and this bait you can literally throw on a spinning rod, a bait caster. You tie it on and reel around a pond, a creek, wherever you want to. It's gonna get bites. Zebco, easy to use is key for Buka brand, and that's why it's at an affordable price point, available for all fishermen. All right,
Market.
mark it.
What about this guy?
The big plug.
What do you do with this?
So I call this one Big X the plug, and This is a straight up
When
catcher.
have you ever called it that?
I promise you I call it Big X the plug. Have you not
Did
seen me
anyone
post it?
verify?
Yes.
I have heard him call it. I'll back him up on this.
And Matt Becker's heard me call it that too.
I've heard him say
If you
it.
search Big X the plug, you're not gonna find this bait.
What's the deal on this thing, Joey?
I'm gonna let Jack really dive into it, but ledge technology
Dive
here.
into it.
It's the
I'm just
DR.
gonna
It's
pass
not
it off.
the Big X. It's DR24.
It is the DR24.
Yeah.
But here, you want to touch on it, Jack?
Yeah, I'll touch on it. I'll touch on it and hold it up, show it. This is the DR24 from Bill Lewis. It's going to depths that Bill Lewis has never gone before. You know, you're used to your rattle trap railing it over grass, and we had the MR6 with Mark Daniels Jr. gets a little bit deeper. This is a lot deeper than that. This is you're going to notice very quickly what sets it apart is those little lips on the side. We call that ledge technology because it looks just like a little TVA ledge from the front side. But what that essentially does is takes the surface area of the bill and you're extending it along the sides of the bait. So you can get a bait that's this size to dive even deeper than it traditionally would with just the bill alone. So you can get this bait on a long cast with 12-pound fluoro. You can get it down to 24. I've got down to 25 before on an extra long cast. But again, 24-foot range on a bait that size is awesome. And what I've also found personally, my personal experience using it is that because that surface area is split down the length of the body, you don't get, it's not a tight wiggling bait. This bait wants to hunt around more than most deep cranks that I've ever thrown. It's more almost like the old school wiggle wart-esque in the way it wants to hunt around. And that's just when fish have seen a million crankbaits go straight by them, sometimes just having that to trigger strikes as it hunts through a school, at least for me, has gotten a few bites that I haven't been able to get on other baits. So it's taken that, Bill Lewis hard baits, you've known and loved them for years, and now we're going deeper than ever before with the DR24.
Yeah. Let's kill it.
So
All right, what do we got?
with that being said, we
got
got so many. We
Right
there is
here.
no way we can hit them all. But
this
So
one's cool.
while we're talking about big baits, the big giz, the big G, whether you want to call it a blade bait, a
Spoon.
giant trap, a spoon, we don't care what you call it as long as you call it. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a really unique bait. It's a big profile bait that has a really dramatic lift and shake, followed by that classic flutter. It's its own thing, man. And like when we're in that category of talking about ledge baits, talking about school baits, this thing is going to trigger giant ones when they're in a group in a similar manner as a big plug or a spoon would, which is, when those fish go dormant, when they get harder to catch because they get pressured, showing them something big that has that dramatic lift and flutter back down that leaves their zone and draws them up and then returns back to it and meets them. It's just really cool. It has multiple different pivot points that you can put that snap, which is going to adjust the action and adjust how that bait runs and lifts. But man, this thing is really cool, really unique. And I mean, who doesn't love catching big ones? That's what this thing is going to do. I mean, you're not going to go out there and catch a bunch of rats on this. You're going to catch flipping huge ones.
Big
So,
fish bait.
That's what we're all about. I mean, this is a big bite bait. It might be a Bill Lewis product, but this thing is going to catch super megas, which is something that definitely excites me about the big giz.
Yeah, I mean, you can fish it like a rattle trap. If you kind of put it at the top hanger there, you can just reel it hard and it's going to hunt the whole way back. You kind of work it like a spoon or a blade bait. It's very, very versatile. What is the correct way to say that? Versatile?
you say it fast, you don't have to worry about it.
I like that. Versatile.
And while we're talking about fun stuff and stuff that catches big fish, topwaters, we got an array of topwaters to talk about right here. So while we're in Bill Lewis, the baby bubbler, Roberto might not get as much use in tournaments out of this bait as I will, but in the Bass Pro Tour, so often we end up fishing places with vegetation, fishing places that are very, very shallow, and fishing places where generating bites fast is at definitely at a maximum. And this baby bubbler is going to be really killer for that because it's going to generate bites out of fish that might be a little bit pressured. And, oftentimes when you're fishing extremely shallow with a topwater, throwing a bait over their head after they've seen it a million times can be something that is honestly more of a negative than a positive. But when you have something that's this compact, this narrow of a profile, and it has a very different sound profile than most other topwaters because of the fact that obviously, that's just about air movement from outside the water to in it. And as that tail spins around, it's going to generate a sound that is unlike most other topwaters you've probably ever thrown. So this baby bubbler is going to be a bite getter. It's very different from this big giz where we're just talking about catching super mega giant ones. This baby bubbler is going to get you bit when you need it to, especially in situations where they've had a topwater reeled over them way too many times.
Hold up. Another key thing to say with the baby bubbler, it's not just a tournament bait. Like this is I don't know if you said this, but it's perfect for streams, ponds. Every angler can tie on the baby bubbler and throw it. Like it is a small, perfect bite-sized bait, and it's just gonna get bit.
Bite getter.
Yeah, that's what it's built around. I mean, that's the whole premise of it is that it's being 55 millimeters. It's the smallest one out there in its category. So that's like it's meant to be. You take it to any creek, any pond, and catch everything that swims in it. So
I mean, imagine going down a little creek full of smallmouth with that thing. They're gonna do nasty things to it. Like,
so, keeping with the topwater format, right here we've got the new Frog Factory Sonic Boom. This is a really cool slender frog. We've got very unique skirting concept for the legs. It's just going to give it a little bit different look and a different presence in the water. Largemouth are so profile oriented. Profile matters so much to them, profile in action. And with this frog, the hybrid skirting is going to generate a very different profile in the water as that bait sits and moves than most other frogs. And obviously it comes with the reputation that the Frog Factory carries in terms of the fun having topwater category. Frog Factory, I like to call it the fun factory sometimes because whenever I pick up a Frog Factory bait, it's a fantastic way to go out there and just have a ball. So this Sonic Boom is going to be one that is going to fit very nicely into that category. The mongrel is there as well. I mean, this bait is really, really cool. This is a spook frog hybrid. Yeah, we're getting active about the mongrel here at ICAST. We've been trying to keep people out of the booth from taking these, and like they've been putting them in their pockets, and like it's been a struggle to keep them in the booth. Like we started with I think 47 of them, and this is the last one we've got left. So there's mongrels running around in people's pants right now, and in their pockets, and because they have taken them out of the booth and put them in their pockets for thievery purposes. Okay. Anyways, the mongrel is going to be a really cool topwater option from the Frog Factory. That weedless profile, that awesome sound profile in that head, that rattle is going to draw them from a long distance. So when you need to call them from distance, but the water does not set up for you to throw an open hook bait, this new mongrel is going to be a really, really cool addition to the Frog Factory lineup. And it's definitely one that fits the mold of the Frog Factory, but it pushes the limits of what you thought was possible.
it's different.
The mongrel.
It's different.
It's untouchable.
I don't think we can touch that.
All right.
Top that.
No, but Rob, you've been kind of fondling a couple baits over there. You want to touch on a few before we end it?
Yeah, I just want to give a spotlight real quick on some soft plastics. I'm more of a soft plastic man,
I like it, yeah.
And just real quick, we got let's see, my favorite. It's the Shinobi.
Shinobi. Yep, Shinobi.
With a little like a shindig.
Shinobi.
Obi-Wan Shinobi.
Yeah. Shinobi.
This thing, I mean, I think you can do anything with it.
Yeah.
It's a jig trailer. You can flip it if you want a real, finesse style flipping bait. You can rig it vertically on a chatterbait or a swim jig, or horizontally if you choose. And I mean, honestly, you can do so much stuff with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a bed fisherman's
I'm gonna put it on a Ned rig.
Ned rig.
I like
I'll
that.
pay you $100 if you look into the live camera next year and say, "Help me, Obi-Wan Shinobi. You are my only hope to catch 5 pounder." You do that and you catch 5 pounder, I'll pay you $100.
Shake on it.
Deal.
You've seen it. It's
Shake
on
It
camera.
is on camera. It
And
has
also-
to happen.
I'm a big just Ned man. A lot
By
of
the way,
people
this-
hate on me.
Hold up, this is an already released bait. Slinko.
Yeah.
All right,
Available now.
it's available now. Everyone, available now.
As we speak. You could get it before we spoke.
You could buy this right now. Baits.com.
And it's got the high floater formula,
Baits.com.
you know. So the what?
No, I was just go. You're good.
So the reason I like this is I love throwing a Ned rig. A lot of people don't, but I love it. And the regular Ned floater is a little bit more, you know, just sturdy. And I feel like that's better for me in the summertime and when it's hotter water. And this, I feel like, I mean, it's going to shine at any water temps, but the way it just moves, I feel like it's going to move like crazy when it's really cold.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Especially in heavy current, you don't have to move it across the distance.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, catching a bunch
bass.
of smallies on that thing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we got to talk about the fuzzy nut.
Should we end it on the fuzzy nut?
Hold up. Should we let Charlie go first? You got anything else you want to talk about for Northland?
Dude, the show shuts down in 3 minutes.
All right.
Sounds like
Speed run it.
We got to roll.
Speed run it,
We gotta
Charlie.
roll
Go.
pretty soon. But we got 4 new premium jigs coming from the Northland lineup. Tungsten Smeltinator, 2 tungsten round ball jigs, one's a wide gap. And then we also got a tungsten Nedster. So these are the most premium jigs that we've ever came out with. It's tungsten and Gamakatsu hooks, 604. They're going to be the deal, and that's what I'm definitely most excited about.
Market. What's our saying again?
Jig heads on 4 heads.
Jig heads on 4 heads. Jig heads on 4 heads.
All
All right,
Are we
let's end
signing
it.
out?
We got one more fuzzy nut, and we're signing off fast.
Who's got a
Quick
fuzzy
rundown.
nut?
Do you have a fuzzy nut, Rob?
Who's got a fuzzy nut?
Rob's got a fuzzy nut. I know.
Rob, hit on the fuzzy nut.
The fuzzy nut. This is my fuzzy nut. No, it's basically a you know, a nut with fuzz. But now, in all seriousness, this bait right here, you know, I was at St. Clair a few weeks ago, and there was insane mayfly hatch. And I have never found a bait that mimicked a mayfly hatch as good as this thing in my life. You know, just put it on a little open hook, thread it on, and twitch that sucker like a mayfly on top, and them suckers will slurp it. And I love the fuzzy nut.
I think we can't go much.
Do we end it?
We can't go higher than that. I think that's the pinnacle of the mountain of, you know, talking about baits. The fuzzy nut.
Well, guys, thank you for, tuning in to this podcast. We're sorry it was kind of a disaster. I'm hope that you hung out here till the end.
Controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos. Oh, the
They're
lights are
turning the
shutting
lights
down.
off.
We're ending it right here, Charlie. What is it?
Nuts on 4 heads.
Oh my gosh, this is